What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here with our Saturday feature match here on the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. I am Popavi, joined by my friend Mike, and we've got a sick match for you guys. How you doing, Mike?
Doing all right. Looking forward to this match. It looks like it's going to be a fun one to watch. We have Grixis Ninjas from Quirios and Pokepile, aka Big Arcanist Energy from Evil. Um, this is going to be an interesting matchup. What do you think about this,
Uh,
Pope?
I'm really excited to see how the Grixis Ninjas list plays. Quirios has had a really good run the last 2 weeks. I'm very excited to see them make the feature match this week. Um, but I really like our friendly mod team, Evil, here with this really fun matchup of basically what is Rug Delver without the Delver and Snowco without some of the Snowco pieces. So a little bit of that weird mix that kind of just has a lot of everything in it.
Yeah, I mean the snow pile soup is really you know. eh, I don't know what else to say about it. It's snow pile soup, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's totally okay. What's up, Tensai? Heard you had to drop after a 4-0. Really sad that it had to happen, but great run today as our number one on the leaderboard for this invitational here. Our number one seed so far with an astounding lead as of right now. We'll make sure that gets fixed up there. Eternally surprised. But it looks like we're getting ready to get started here. Evil still resolving his mulligans here. I personally think that Grixis Ninjas can just get there faster abs than this big Arcanist energy has the ability to get there. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the the introduction of the red into this ninjas is really great. I mean, it's pretty much a stock ninjas like the stock foundry ninja list
Mhm.
pre-board, and then at post-board you get the really I think the really excellent access to pyroblast and a braid. Um, I I do feel like the ninjas list has the potential of getting there a little bit faster, being able to navigate around uh, the uh, snakes and what have you. But uh, I don't want to count evil out because being able to slam, the bolts can really deal with it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yuriko is susceptible to the good old fashioned bolt, the red
And
boomstick.
stifle
Yeah, and good old Stifle. Great Stifle card. With Evil playing, I believe, what was it, 3 copies of Stifle or two? We've
two
got two copies,
stifles.
2 copies of Stifle in Evil's list here. Really, really excited here. So turn one here for Evil on the play. So cracks a Scalding Tarn, grabs an Snow Island with an Astro. That's a really good start if you're Evil.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to be doing. Just getting that a little bit of mana fixing, a little bit of card advantage, which, when it comes down to it in this matchup, we're going to be talking about cards in hand because
Mhm.
Ninjas is going to be wanting to refill its hand pretty much every turn, and
Yeah,
so is Pokepile. So
yeah, absolutely. We just see here a Plains Go. What a gorgeous Plains from Quirio's side of the board here. But just Plains Go. Wow, what a great start from Evil here. Wasteland into a Dreadhorde Arcanist there. That's super, super good.
and we're going to see a daze from Quirios.
I think that's a smart play here. Keeping the Dreadhorde Arcanist off the table is just a great way of making sure that Quirios doesn't fall behind
Yeah,
on turn two.
the advantage that can come from that is just so much,
Mm.
and even just being able to bolt twice.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against a Grixis, a excuse me, a ninjas list where everything in this list dies to a bolt. Every single creature gets around bolt.
Except for construct,
Yeah, that's fair. A 4/4 construct does get around that. I forgot that they are running 4 copies of Retrofitter Foundry.
which
Great
this is
card.
the type of matchup too that four the 4/4s could very well just be the thing that gets him there.
Yeah, 4/4 beat stick may just be the tool here. So another island go for Quirios, and then we're going to go to a brainstorm here for evil. Um, while this brainstorm is evolving, just want to give a quick shout out to all of our behind the scenes people who made this Saturday possible. We've got our wonderful streamer, Jordan, Mr. Jack Dax here, working on the stream live for us while the two of us sit here and commentate. Our wonderful TO, Oliver, who did his first TO today as one of our new mods. Great job today. Ran into very little problems. And then our wonderful table spotter today, Chaotic Bear, aka Jeremy, letting us know what's happening table side between Quirios and Evil. Thank you guys so much for all you guys did today. And looks like we got a pretty quick brainstorm resolution. So into a snow forest with
Ooh.
a Sylvan library.
So this game may be getting away from Quirios, being down 2 lands, and if this Sylvan Library resolves,
We're gonna see another days. Woof. That's pretty exciting to see.
and it's gonna resolve. It looks like Quirios kept a really nice,
Control.
reactive
Yeah, very
hand
reactive
here,
hand.
which I'm not opposed to in this matchup, but I also wouldn't have minded Quirios, getting out to a little bit of a faster start.
Yeah. We did talk about how we wanted to see Quirios kind of get there faster than Evil, but maybe the grind is just what Quirios had in mind when they sat down with this matchup, knowing that they could be, sitting across a Teamer Delver or a, in this case, a snow control list or something like that on this part. Um,
Yeah. And I'm also curious if, what evil is sitting on, and if they are sitting on counter spells and have something in their hand that they might value more than the library or the Arcanist. However, I don't know what that would be because those are two of the best cards in this in
yeah,
in the deck. So
yeah, clearly allowing both dazes there to resolve. God has to feel good if you're Quirios, but also has to feel a little bad that maybe you didn't draw out a counter spell right now. You haven't seen one. So maybe when you start getting into your Yuriko loops, start putting in some bigger creatures and start flipping your top of your library. Um, that we start seeing counter spells hitting on the Quirios side of the board um, that just aren't able to get going here. And we're gonna see a
and
Narset.
Narset's if this hits the table, this is another one. The really nice thing I like from Evil right now is that every single spell that he has cast has been a must counter.
Yeah, and there's
And
another counter spell.
I
It
oh, and we are gonna see a fight over this one.
Okay, I like this. So force pitching a force and a force. So force pitching brainstorm targeting the Narset, and then force pitching force of will forcing negation targeting the force on self as well.
Even if this doesn't resolve, I think I do like Evil just trying to get as many cards out of Quirios' hands as
Mhm.
possible.
Yeah, because we've only seen one ponder where evil has cast two brainstorms now, and will even more card advantage if Narset is able to tick down even once.
And we are
So,
gonna see another force pitching another brainstorm.
do you think this was a double force, uh, double days hand?
I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility.
That's insane.
It seems like it would be a little bit difficult to keep a hand in ninjas without a threat, but I'm not sure. I'm not a ninjas expert. I know we have some in the chat.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I said, man,
the deck
Querios.
does draw a lot of cards though.
Yeah.
So the concept of not keeping a hand without it and just keeping some good reaction,
Mhm.
the concept of drawing into a threat early doesn't seem too far outside of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Great land choices here from Querios. Such gorgeous arts. We got the foil polluted delta and the foil basics there just look great on their side of the board. Um, but still, Evil's just cranking out just cranking out brainstorms here. That's the third brainstorm we've seen this time. I'm thinking Krios has got to be down to maybe 2 to 3 cards in hand at this point. Probably
Um,
not a lot.
yeah, I think 3 is where they were at after that counter battle.
Mhm.
Thanks, Bear, for letting us know which swamp. Uh,
Good old Odyssey. Our resident basic land expert who is so close to having every single basic land. So close. Such an impressive collection. You guys can all come see that on the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. We get we get some relative updates every once in a while. I believe they just finished their Guru set, so that's done.
yeah. Oh, well, all right. Mr. Jack Dax beat me to it. I was just throwing a a Discord in the chat there. Uh,
so,
so if you're Quirios right now, you've got to just be looking for a threat, right?
yeah,
Something to get your card draw engine online. Um,
there's a
and
Foundry.
Foundry is a great threat.
Yeah, Foundry's great because now we can possibly just make one, and that's a force of negation.
Yeah, I think that this is yeah, fighting over this is a
I
really good thing to fight over.
to be honest, I don't think if it's even a fight, I don't think yeah, I wouldn't suspect after everything that Queers has already played to maybe not even have another counterspell in there. That's just a brutal fight.
Yeah, because 'cause we've already seen both of the Dazes, in Quirios' list,
And two
and
Force of Wills.
have we seen any Force of Negations?
No, we just saw the two Force of Wills and two Brainstorms were pitched to both of those. And we're gonna see another just huge threat, and then the Oko's gonna resolve on evil side. Yeah, that confirms just nothing in hand.
Yeah,
Um,
that's gonna be well, does Quirios play a main deck eliminate? 2 main
oh,
deck eliminates.
so that's good.
So,
That's good to know. And there it
there
is, right on cue.
yeah, I think there's a lot of removal main board in the Ninja deck.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a I did laugh. We were talking about this but pre-stream. I didn't think this match would already I thought we maybe already be in a game 2 at this point. This game is grindy.
Yeah,
Expe
I do think that is one of the really nice things about ninjas is the ability to just grind.
Mhm.
It can be a really quick deck, slamming an ornithopter or a changeling outcast on turn one and just going right into the beats with the Yuriko
Yeah.
or Ingenious Infiltrator. But it can also do this pretty easily. It can sit back and just let you empty your hand while it answers everything that you can potentially come up with.
Mhm. So, gonna crack the Bloodstained Mire here. Another gorgeous foil. Have to give credit to Quarios on the prettiness of their land base. I always love it. So, down to 16 for Quarios here. This is an upkeep fetch for them as well. I really want to know what Curious has got. Okay. Okay, I like this. Nice little ornithopter. Says go. Thank you, Chaotic Bear, for the land update. Much appreciated.
S Yep, we had an Uro coming down.
That seems real good. And like I said, I think it's really funny that this list is just kind of cards that on their own all eat a counterspell, and you're just playing them all in one deck.
Yeah.
Um, Ziggy MTG, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to all of the viewers, all 15 of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Welcome to the MTG Paper Legacy. I'm Poe Poffy, joined by Mick Diff. We are here basically showing off our Saturday tournament here, feature match here between Grixis Ninjas and Big Arcanist Energy, aka Pokepile. Um,
We are
so
gonna see some ninjutsu right here, actually,
yeah,
yeah,
perfect timing.
and it looks like this Ingenious Infiltrator might eat a bolt.
I think that might be coming. That is a bolt there from Evil.
Yeah,
Yep.
that I think confirms the lack of interaction left in the hand there, or the
Yeah.
lack of counter-based interaction.
Mhm. Yeah, I wish Drown in the Lock. I wish that we had seen a Drown in the Lock there. I love that card. My play group from Commander calls that our Glock in the Lock. Kind of just does whatever you need it to be. But yeah, Evil now slowly taking control even more. Gonna probably escape this Uro now.
Yeah, that is
Just a 6/6 beat stick that gains you life.
just gonna go ahead and, exile everything that you don't wanna get back with an Arcanist. Seems
Hmm.
like a good,
Yeah, Force, Narset, Library. Um, so Uro triggers. Just brutal now. I think Evil is in a really good spot. Double crack here with the Misties. Yeah, double Misty crack. Also, gotta give it up to Evil there. All of the secret layer fetches for their side of the board. I love those. But yeah, once again, thank you, Ziggy, so much for the raid here. We appreciate it. Hope you had a great stream. Oof, Arcanist
oh,
here.
just everything, threat
Yeah,
after threat.
I mean, when you're running threat after threat, that's just kind of how it feels.
We should change the name from Big Arcanist Energy to Must Counter dot deck.
I mean, pretty much here. It really does feel bad. Like other than running like brainstorms and forces, every card up in that first top 12 of the Sylvan, the Arcanist, the Uro, the Oko, and even the Narset, they all just feel like must counter cards. And Evil's seen all of them at least check the battlefield once this game. We've
Yeah,
seen every single one of them hit and either eat a counterspell or resolve. It's just been brutal.
and we're gonna see another ninjutsu here. Is that
Another
another
infiltrator,
infiltrator? Yeah, okay.
another infiltrator, and infiltrator is going to connect. Yeah, I think I agree with you there, Oliver. That a foundry needs to be found here, and that's another ornithopter. Same ornithopter.
I also wouldn't mind, well, no, because Changeling Outcast will eat that, lightning bolt pretty quick in the graveyard.
Yeah, most likely. Um, so moving into main phase two here with an untapped underground sea. Now tapping it. I'm guessing we're gonna play maybe a ponder or a fatal push.
We just push and then yeah,
I like that. I like that use of just lots of spot removal for Quirios here. He may not be having the best game in a ninja standpoint, but in a Grixis control standpoint, they're having a great game.
I do also like the fact we have not seen any of the red out of Quirios yet, so
Yeah.
if you're evil at this point, thank you, Mr. Jack Dax for the, deck title, update. Um,
We're gonna end up at the end of this day, at possibly at the end of this game, with it going up about halfway up the screen here on stream with just deck names.
um Yeah, I like the fact that Quirios hasn't shown us the red yet. So if you're evil at this point, you may not be planning for the red to come in out of the sideboard.
Yeah, I don't know if we've even seen a red fetch hit the table yet. I'm not entirely sure. We did see we saw the Bloodstained Mars. We did see a red fetch at least hit the table. Um,
And Oko make an elk.
yeah, that seems really good. Oh, this is brutal. Still, always makes me laugh that they created a card that makes a token and they didn't put the token in the set. God, I
Yeah.
love Magic the Gathering.
Well, that was the case with a bunch of things. There was the case of the missing thrall token for forever. and they didn't
Oh,
make the
that's
Thrill
right.
token until, was it Modern Masters?
Mhm. I think it was, the 13 Modern Masters.
Right.
But, but yeah, I just love the fact that the oversight of realizing how powerful a card is, but also the oversight of, uh, forgetting that your card creates a token and you don't put that token in the set.
On
I
the
remember.
bright side of that, though, we've seen some pretty, cool and innovative, tokens to, to supplement that. I know, like, our Oliver V cuts other cards up and uses the artwork. Um, and we get another eliminate here.
That's insane. Both eliminates here. So we're Queers is running out of cards to answer things on evil side of the board.
Yeah, the
Um,
nice thing about ninjas, though, is that the majority of the deck also just creates card advantage.
yeah. Back to our elk talk. I remember for like the first like three events after Oko was released, people had those clear ones done. I think RK Post was one of the people who made some, who was really adamant about making an elk token as quickly as possible. Um, Swings in with the team here. Quirios down to 10. Oh, it's Quirios waiting block stuff. Yeah. So some triggers on the Oko on the Uro,
Yeah, gonna
and
throw away the Ornithopter. I think that's,
I think that's fine. To eat an Uro attack, I think is really fine.
yeah, keeping yourself out of bolt range is gonna be,
Yeah. Ooh.
and it's a good thing they did.
Yeah, that's really, really, really good. One chain lightning to kind of just show up.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Quirios scoop it up here.
Yeah, that's just a really, really brutal matchup for Evil. Evil just kind of walked all over that, just having answer to answer to answer. All right, guys, we're gonna move over to sideboard tech here. Let's look first at our game one winner, Evil here. We've got two Pyroblasts, two Surgical Extractions, two Pyroclasm, one Clothis God of Destiny, one Scavenging Ooze, one Brazen Borrower, one Carpet of Flowers, one Red Elemental Blast, one Veil of Summer, one Wilt, one Electrickery, and one Shattering Spree. What are you
There's
liking
so
here?
much here.
There's so much.
I think the question is more along the lines of what do I not like here? Um,
Yeah, let's go with that. What do you not like in this matchup of the 15 just good cards we've got in the sideboard?
Shattering Spree, I
Yeah.
wouldn't bring in Surgical,
So that's
um,
3 of the 15 so far we don't like.
Wilt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need Skoos in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Um, but everything else, I mean, Carpet of Flowers, we saw so much red mana or so much, blue mana.
Yeah.
Electrickery deals with, well, you may be expecting Electrickery, I don't know, but, Pyroblast is great, Red Blast is great, Veils, I never have a problem with. Pyroclasm deals with Thopters and, Changeling Outcasts. The Brazen Borrower's great to bounce a ninja before damage.
Mhm.
Um, Clothis is a clock.
Yeah.
Um,
That's just it's like a good 11 cards there that just feel really good in here. And I think the question now that Evil may have to deal is what do I take out?
yeah.
AKA 2019. We've had another deck list named to Evil, AKA 2019 design mistakes.
Um,
So
on the draw, I don't know if I like Daze. I think Dazes can come out.
mhm.
Um,
So let's hop over to the Grixis Ninjas list here. No red in the main board for Quirios here. So let's see. We've got 3 Thoughtseizes, 2 Plague Engineers, 2 Pyroblasts, 2 Surgical, 2 Abrade, 1 Cage, 1 Nihil Spellbomb, 1 Pithing Needle, and 1 Dread of Night. I instantly like Pithing Needle to name Oko. Just a great card. Um, I also like Thoughtseize in this matchup as well,
yeah.
especially on the
Um,
play.
I like the Pyroblasts. Um, yeah. I even like, Plague Engineer just as another threat.
Yeah.
Um,
S- Is it? Is it overboarding against an Arcanist matchup to bring in Surgical?
I think so. I'd rather bring in Plague Engineer and name Wizard,
Okay.
um, just because that removes that from the equation.
Yeah.
Um,
I do like the spell bomb in in this matchup here. It
yeah.
absolutely eternally surprised. You're absolutely right. It does just knock off so many cards here. Um, just a nasty, nasty card here. It really all depends on. We saw Quirios keep a very slow, reactive hand on the draw in game one, um,
Well, I
and then
think that oh, I'm sorry, go for it.
yeah. And so I think that seeing how quickly that game got away from them, do we think they, especially with them on the play, slamming a turn one Ornithopter, slamming a turn one Changeling, um, just yeah, there it is. We already see it quickly. Zero drop Ornithopter.
I think the
Um,
nice thing about ninjas too, though, is that we can see some combination of of both strategies.
mhm,
Um, we can see a hand that puts out an early threat, um, but at the same time, we can see a hand that holds some good reaction.
mhm. Yeah, just quick magic here now. Volk into a preordain there for evil. But yeah, very fast start from Quirios here. Ornithopter into Swamp. If they've got an island, that's Yuriko mana. So
Yeah, I do like. I'm assuming that Quirios knows what they're playing against now.
yeah.
Playing around Stifle and that
Mhm.
fetching in the first turn there.
Ah, thank you, Quirios, for that. So we have got an update from our wonderful table spotter that Quirios is now putting a die on top of their library to let us know cards in hand, especially with the ninjutsu list um, that has so much work to do it. Ooh, so that is black blue. We've got the ability to do some stuff now.
We're
That's
gonna
an
pass the
infiltrate.
turn.
Ooh, that's surprise. I think with that's surprising because evil is tapped out there. I'm a little confused with that one, unless they just don't have a ninja in hand.
Sorry
Gorgeous, the
about that.
land.
I got distracted in my own thoughts about what was going on. Um,
It's Saturday night. It's what happens.
all right. Let
Can
me
we just
see
talk about
here.
this? I'm a land junkie, and just both of these players with their beautiful lands here, slamming the Sylvan Library here, and I think we might see a daze here. Yeah,
Yeah. Now, I feel like probably don't have a ton in the way of counters then if you're evil because I personally I always want to fight over Sylvan. I think that it's just so unreasonable, especially in an Uro
yeah,
deck.
and we're just gaining that life back eventually. It's not that big of a deal.
And we are seeing a swing of the Thopter and Yuriko
Dropping,
coming in.
dropping in a Yuriko. Um, Gotta say, one of the better etched foils that I from Commander Legends. I really, really like the way Yuriko, and that's the spell bomb off
We
the
did see it come
top.
in.
That's super, super cool. That's just a great find if you're Quirios right now. I think that's just a really, really nice find to see right there. Knowing you have it this early with nothing super major in the graveyard already, that's pretty brutal.
Um, I didn't see the etch foils, the Yuriko etch foils. So they look nice?
I personally like the etch foils a lot. There are some that were kind of meh. Like I love the Sakashima, one of my new favorite cards in Magic right now.
Oh yeah,
Sakashima just looks
I
great.
opened up one of those.
Yeah, the remake of the 2016 Legends look fantastic. Ikra Shadiki, Timna Thrasios, uh,
Yep.
love
Yeah,
those.
I got a couple of those as well.
Yeah.
I really liked the uh Muldrotha one as well.
Yeah, I'll actually grab one while we're sitting here. I'll grab my Sakashima while we're just kind of all sitting here. Yeah, they just look really good.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
pretty happy to open up one of the Sakashimas.
They're super dark. The foiling looks super nice. I think they look really, really cool. I think they're a nice new inclusion to the foil typing that Magic is doing, especially like with Kaldheim coming out. I love those new showcases for Kaldheim. Those look so good.
Oh, yeah. Well, and to me, they look a lot like and we're seeing an eliminate on that Dreadhorde Arcanist, which, um, we are gonna see a fight over this, which
Yeah,
pitch days.
Force Pitch Days, Pyroblast on the Force. That's the Volk. There's the red. Oof.
Yeah, I agree, though. I really like and days.
Just a stat. So that's surprising. Baited out with getting the Sylvan gone, and then lands a Dreadhorde Arcanist and just decides this is what I need to fight over now.
I
Um,
agree. I think that this is exactly what you wanna fight over. Um,
the Judge promo's pretty. I get it. It's got the DCI star. I'm a sucker for the DCI star. I just love the Commander. I just love the etched foils, the way they look. They look great. Um, if nothing else in your
I
deck, if you're looking for the match, I guess that's fine. I guess.
Yeah, I do, I am looking forward to the new, alternate art or the alternate border, Kaldheim cards. I really liked these storybook,
Mhm.
Eldraine ones,
Yeah.
um, and I like that they're kind of keeping with that.
Mhm. I think they look super, super sick, especially with that Norse mythology wood carving look. Just, whew.
Bolt Yuriko, Bolt Ornithopter. Let's just take it back a little bit here.
Yeah, chain lightning just to get rid of stuff. Whew. Double chain
Okay.
lightning's got to feel good for evil. That just feels
Oh,
good.
yeah.
We have not seen the spell bomb come down yet, or to 2108. We have it's in hand.
Well,
There it is.
it
And
is now.
speak of it, there it is. Yeah, turn late. Maybe not the best time to cast it now, but it is there.
Yeah, we are just gonna see that get popped,
Yeah,
in response.
yeah. I think that's fair. I think that's the right call
And are
here.
we gonna see a stifle? We are gonna see a stifle on the,
That's so hot. I love that so much. That's so cool.
um, and we're gonna see a fetch in response. Yeah, we didn't see those stifles at all game 1, but Quirios had to know they were coming, otherwise they would not have fetched, during that first turn there.
Stifle's so good. That's such a nasty, nasty time to use it.
Yeah, that was so good. That was perfect timing.
We do have the fetch here in response, so still with the stifle on the stack. Maybe just another counter spell from Quirios here, just something else to do. Gonna get a Badlands here.
Are we gonna see another, Pyroblast?
Who knows? That would be really good, unless maybe this is resolving. Yeah. So yep, everything resolves. Preordained back on the stack now for the Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Looks like we were gonna try and do something there, but,
That's
um
absolutely right, Urta. It is. If you're not ready for it, it can blow you out of the water. But it does look like a very innocent card. Quirios is tanking.
So the preordain is still on the stack. Looks like we're just trying to clean up the game state a little bit, which we appreciate.
Great love to our table spotter, making sure all that stuff gets resolved, including this preordain, which will also resolve. Um,
All right. And we are seeing a block from the ornithopter and a second Arcanist.
oof, that's gotta feel real. Play backup Arcanist, the backup, the little brother, drown in the lock. That's the blue black they needed.
I really like the getting that second one out there and eating that right away.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's super duper smart. Yeah. So just a little backup of what happened. Quirios forgot to draw their card off of the Nihil Spellbomb hitting the graveyard, which is a completely separate trigger. So Stifle does not deal with that trigger. So drew into some stuff and then had to rethink how the Preordained and the Arcanist worked with them. Thank you to our wonderful table spotter for letting all that be known. So
And
brainstorm into ponder. Just digging now.
yeah, if you're Quirios, you need to land a threat here soon.
Hmm.
As we saw last game, especially now that that spell bomb didn't make it through.
Yeah. Well, good thing when one of the good things if you can see it when you're a ninjas player is you see you ponder and you put all three back. So that's gotta be good. So ninjutsu infiltrator, take two, going
And
to
push.
yeah push the arcanist. I like that a lot.
Mm,
Yeah, I really like the ability that Fatal Push has with ninjutsu, being able to get that revolt up to being able to push kind of a lot of different things there. It's just such a just great little answer. So Oko here.
we are running on empty too. It looks like one card in hand for evil and none for Quirios.
No cards in hand for Quirios, empty-handed. So big top deck energy here.
Well, for a top deck, Oko's not a bad one.
No, well, Quirios Evil still has a card in hand, so they had two in hand after before playing the Oko.
Mm,
That is a graveyard stack for Quirios right there.
making a
So
food.
yeah, Oko resolves, makes a food, says go. Now, if you're Quirios, do you swing the ninja and Oko, or do you get the ninja in? Yeah, you just get the ninja in.
Yeah, you get that card draw, and it was a land. Oh wait, no, might have been something else. They were
Well, they get the draw for turn, and then the draw
right.
for the infiltrator hitting face. I think you're right. Actually, yeah, the Oko was there with the preordained, so that was all seen.
Right. Making an elk. Making an
And
arrow.
oh, that's just nasty. Play an arrow up to 15.
Yeah, I really like Evil's spot now. Um, this is going to be a difficult hole for Quirios to get out of.
Yeah, that's a little bit brutal here. The ability to draw some cards here and get up to like three cards in hand does gotta feel good for this turn, but Uro is just a brutal card, and some people would call it a mistake to the format. But I mean, it's a strong card. It's got a 5 mana cost for a reason. A 5 card exile for a reason.
So Um, Quirios attacks, right? He
Yeah.
attacks with the Infiltrator and the Thopter.
Mhm.
He subs out the Thopter for another ninja.
Mhm.
The Infiltrator gets eaten by the Elk. Does he still get 2 triggers?
So the damage will go through. So he will have two triggers on the stack because I
Hmm.
think I'm not great with ninjas. I believe so. Yeah, he'll get two triggers. So just swings with the Thopter here. Yeah, because it says whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it doesn't even have to be Ingenious Infiltrator. And we're going to see another Infiltrator here.
Alright, and we've got a bunch of ninja experts in the chat, so,
Yeah,
thanks for
yeah.
chiming in with that
Not
information.
my expertise.
Uh, Claristorix basically wrote ninjas, so
Yeah, and correct. Yeah, you don't even have to suicide your ninja. You just get two triggers each time a ninja hits because
yeah.
it's so great. So Quirio's able to rebuild very quickly here, getting 3 to 4 cards in hand now, up to 4 cards in hand. Quirios not happy with the cards he drew. Oh man, these are the ones I shuffled back.
Oh,
Oof, gotta not feel the best.
Moto bug.
I hate that. Whenever I'm goldfishing on like Moxfield or something, I hit shuffle like 9 times and then draw the same card. That's when I know that it was destiny.
Scries to bottom, proceeds to draw all 4.
So both players in really good spots right now, especially with Krios being able to rebuild out of a 0 card hand.
Yeah, you just escape, right, at this point?
I
Looks
think,
like Evil's gonna do a little bit of digging first.
yeah. Let's see what we can find.
It does look like we've got about 25 minutes left in the round,
Mhm.
which we are timing them.
Yeah,
Uh,
we do keep our players to an hour limit for rounds. We do not play ties. We do not play. We do not play turns, as we give players an extra 10 minutes to resolve their games. We know it's not comp, but we're not hosted by Wizards, so it's whatever we want to do. And I think most of our games end up usually just resolving anyway in those extra 10 minutes.
yeah, neither is proxies, but we allow that here too. So
Yeah, 100%.
another great reason to come on over to the Discord and jam some legacy. Just turn some basics backwards and print some nice full color prints out and get some games in.
We love when we see that welcome banner full of like 30 new people after a stream. It happens every Saturday. We love to keep that going. Oh, Pyroblast right now. Oh, that's brutal. Pyroclasm, sorry. Pyroclasm. That's such a great card. So goodbye to both infiltrators as well. Did they not die?
They're
Infiltrators.
2 3s.
Or two threes. Oh, that's so cool. That's so good for Aquarius there.
I even then though I don't dislike uh the pyroclasm because then you're just um forcing Quirios to attack if they want to draw any cards.
Yeah, and they're just gonna play
Oh, and a pyroblast.
5 mana for a Force of Will. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just hard cast a Force. When you've got that much mana, why not?
So it looks like one of the infiltrators is going to get eaten.
Yeah. The secret mode of Force of Will. Yeah, the 5 mana version.
Um, there's a world enchantment that I know one of our other mods, Prez VOTW, plays that makes you pay the mana cost for spells. So even if you force pitch, you still have to pay the 5. I
Mhm.
can't remember what the name of the world enchantment is, but
That's an old one too. I gotta. That's a great card. Uh, let's see. Let's see if we can find it real quick, chat. Card the Abyss. No.
No, it's blue.
Eye of Chaos. MTG.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
In the Eyes of Chaos. All instants and interrupts are countered unless their caster pays an additional X, where X is the casting cost of the spell being cast.
Yes.
Yeah, the Eye of Chaos from Legends. What a great card. What cool art too. Great art.
Oh, and we're seeing a retrofitter foundry. This
That's
is a good
super
time for
good.
that.
Great timing for that. Does feel a little bad when your Ornithopter just got killed. So
But there's a lot of mana sitting on Quirios' side of the board.
oh yeah,
And
absolutely. Absolutely. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
oh,
7 mana.
Oko can steal the foundry. That is a
Yeah. I think
um
I think we may just getting a concede here. Um,
yeah, sorry folks, we're just waiting for our final word. Yeah, it's
yeah,
looking like a
just
concession
gonna
here from
just gonna steal your
Quirios.
foundry.
Um
Yeah, elking the foundry, turning it to a 3/3. Um, that's super unfortunate for Quirios here. Yeah, just gonna show you a wasteland.
and
And
escape hero.
yeah, that's just brutal. Uh, Quirios fanning through his graveyard, seeing if there's anything left in the list that can really deal with an Uro. Um, one more fatal push could do it if you could ninjutsu on top of it.
Yeah.
Um, two Dread Hordes, Sylvan Library, Rainforest, and another card were all pitched for the Uro.
Oko Thief of formats. I like that.
Do we waste the Badlands here? I mean, they've got enough black, red. They've got enough mana of all colors, really.
Another
Gonna cast
foundry.
another Foundry. Just play a Badlands. So play a Changeling.
And
Now we just start making stuff.
yeah, that represents a lot of creatures. Even if it gets elked in response, turn
Hmm.
the outcast into a 4/4, untap, make a servo,
Hmm.
and I guess that's it. But that's still pretty good.
I mean, he can just sack the the Changeling here and make a 4/4.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So that's not a bad option.
no. So if it does get elked, he still ends up with a 4/4 and a 1/1,
Yeah.
and then a 3/3 on top of that.
Hmm.
It's a lot of stuff for evil to have to fight through. But with the life gain every turn and
Yeah. And an Uro. Uro is just brutal. And the ability to Oko just more and more pieces of it. Going to crack in response to the elk. Evil down, Kurios down to 13 here. It's another swamp. Yeah, gonna activate this. Gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. Makes a servo, hold priority, untap.
turn the servo into a Thopter?
Now it's a tapped elk.
Yeah, I guess I don't mind turning the servo into a Thopter. Then you still have the Changeling Outcast to get in
Mhm.
some hits to draw some extra cards.
Yeah.
And we're seeing an Uro swing.
So up to 17 for Evil, 14 for Uro. I mean, for Quirios, Uro just a beat stick here. Plays a Misty off the Uro trigger. That is
Oh,
true.
that is a good point.
That's a really cool point. I did forget about that. Yeah, if that if either one of those 3/3 gets in.
And if he swings with both of them, right now they would.
Hmm. Depends on how much Evil just wants to start a. I'm surprised not turning that second food into an elk here, so having two elks on the battlefield to bounce off the other elks.
Gonna
So
take the hit off of the Uro.
yeah, it goes down to 7.
Gonna wasteland the Volk.
Yep, Wasteland's the Volk. Swing the team probably here, or just swings the Changeling.
Hmm.
Hit you for 1. Say gotcha.
Draw a card.
Yeah, gets the ninja. The ninja tax, so it gets to draw. What a crazy, crazy game too.
Yeah, this has been a
Changeling is kind of like Baby Earl. Yeah, you're not wrong. Gets to draw a card. Gets to do all sorts of fun stuff here.
Uro egg.
Earl egg.
Now that's an idea for a deck. Uro eggs.
So no ninjutsu on the Changeling activation. About a little over 10 minutes left here for our players. Dwarf of Nature's Wrath. I like that. So even more Uro stuff. I mean, even more Oko stuff. So
Trading.
exchange the food for the Changeling.
Um, I suppose that makes sense. That stops the draws
Yeah, stops the
from
draws.
the infiltrator and thank you, Mr. Jack Dax, for the oh no, evil had one.
Has a Changeling just on the side of the board here, just for them to grab in this scenario. Swings the Uro trigger. Gonna put two elks in front of it. I like this. Eats both the elks. The Uro dies.
And then just escape it again, right? There's got to be enough fodder in the graveyard.
I believe there's actually. I think with the Uro, there's 6 cards in bin. Yep. Just escapes it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets to play another land, I believe. Just the red elemental blast in the bin left. Sorry, pyroblast.
Is it a drown in the lock?
Drown the lock targeting Uro, probably. Destroy target creature, convert mana cost less than or equal to.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, and it's controller's graveyard. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't work that way. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's one thing with Uro eating up the entire graveyard. It does do a
It's
lot to shut off drown in the lock.
Yeah. I really wish that Glock of the Lock said your graveyard, because that card's just busted for Quirios right now. It can just basically blow up anything over and over again.
Attacking for 1 with the Thopter.
with the I believe that's even a servo. Oh no, just it is a thought. Never mind.
Yeah, I believe that Quirios turned the servo into a Thopter with one of the Elked, and we're
Uh,
seeing a ninjutsu from Quirios. Get that
yep,
Yuriko in.
goes to uh goes to 19, I believe, or 20, 21. I don't even know. Where are we at?
21.
21 for evil here. And then red blast the Yuriko before
No,
damage.
response ninjutsu and an infiltrator.
That's so sick. That's so sick. All the
So,
ninjutsu. And then Uro's just gonna eat that ninjutsu, that infiltrator. I don't even think it can. No, it's fine. That's gonna hit for two. It gets two draws.
yeah, gotcha. Exactly, Clear Storks.
Hit you for two, and I get to draw two cards. Bleh.
And an
Playing our
Ornithopter. And we know that there's an
a year.
Yuriko in hand, so
Yep. Oh, this game may just go to time. I'm gonna force
okay.
the Ornithopter. Pitching an Uro. Exiling an Uro. That's gotta feel real good. So goodbye to your Ornithopter. I'm gonna play a Foundry, the third Foundry we've seen.
Oh, eternally surprised that is true. We do know that there is a drown in Quirios' hand as well
Mhm.
that is now fully online.
Yeah. And here comes the Drown, targeting Uro.
Do
But
we have another counter?
I would be surprised if yeah, there's a force
Yeah.
negation, exiling the Drown. Just every answer they could possibly want right now. Give you another elk to make you be sad about it. Yeah, gonna elk the found. I'm gonna make himself his own elk and just gonna swing the team here.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing that Quirios can probably do here, and that's gonna do it for us here on our Saturday feature match. We want to thank you guys all for hanging out with us today.
Yeah,
And yeah,
don't run away though, because we are gonna try and do a raid here. It looks like we are going to try and raid Goblin Lackey 1.
yep.
Um, so please don't uh, run away yet, um, as we'll be going over there with it looks like 43 people. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight and watching. It's great to have your support. And if you enjoy Paper Legacy, you can come over to the Discord, which I just threw a link to in the chat, and jam some games with us. We're all around. I'm there all hours of the night playing any one of my terrible and memeish decks.